where news flies around every minute, you need the ability to relate and connect with what matters and stay up to date. Schengen Story Media News Echoes program is Africans in Diaspora and at Home's leading English news network, one of the most trusted, respected sources for news updates on current affairs as they affect global Africa. Elevate your new week, fuel your success. SSM invites you to kickstart each weekday with our news update Between the Lines, featuring the week's top news and analysis and the most attention-grabbing lines, deciphering world events. Hook up to SSM Monday program Between the Lines.
Yes, and it's Monday today, Monday, the 18th of May, 2026. My name is Magodwin Imoraju. I'm here in the Milan studio. Who am I facing there? Who's facing me?
My name is Dr. Olufemi Obakarunwi from London, England. Good evening, my brother Mark, and good evening, Nigerians all over the world. Good evening, citizens of the world.
You're welcome, big man. Yes, good evening. So Monday news starter, it's another new week, and we're here. How we put it is the month program is the opening program. It presents everything that probably happened during the week, and it also keeps us online, updated to follow through the week. Dr. Femi, you've been saying those words consistently. The words have been repeating: local policing, and we're beginning to see the effect, the loopholes of what could be happening because we don't have those local police. Let's talk about your state and this very sad thing that has happened. Your state, viewers, is Southwest Nigeria, beautiful state. I've been there several times. Now we have this very sad news of a school, a whole school, not even two of them or more. And to top it up, one of the teachers, the maths teacher was also killed. It's just too pathetic. We don't know how to start, I tell you. Anyway, before we start, let's say rest in peace, Mr. Michael Oyedokun. That was the teacher that was teaching students in one of those schools, and sadly he was killed. Dr. Olufemi, let's talk. How do you?
It's a sad. You can see the narrative is right there in my face, without words. I am not very happy about.
Sorry, Dr. Femi. Let's bring in George also.
Okay.
We can, yes. So you hold your words. You know. So joining us from the other end of the world is a great man. Who's that man?
Well, this is George Chukwu, all the way from Toronto, Canada, celebrating Victoria Day here, and also welcoming viewers from around the world on our Monday Between the Lines.
Between the Lines.
Good evening, my brother.
Dr. Femi, how are you
Good
doing?
evening, my brother. I did.
George, what's Victory Day? What's the Victory Day? What does it symbolize? The victory, what you're celebrating? Is it Victoria Day?
Victoria Day.
Okay, what does it symbolize? What is it?
Celebrating her day today.
Okay. So you guys are really English, eh? Dr. Femi, the Canadians and the English people, they are just swamp people.
Oh yeah.
Can you imagine? Yeah. It's interesting. But gentlemen,
that's why
it's a beautiful thing.
That's why we have Prime Minister and we have also somebody. The Queen will get a little bit of that money.
All right. It's a beautiful
Yes,
thing to celebrate, George.
all
But
the money
George,
we make, the Queen gets some of the
George,
money.
yes,
Huh?
I see. So I said it's a beautiful thing to be celebrating. We wish we could be having party all day in this life. But George, people don't seem to want to celebrate. People are hell bent in making other people cry.
For some reason,
It's a sad day actually. So Dr. Femi was going to about the Oyo State issue. Dr. Femi, go ahead.
Yeah, I was saying that my countenance speaks it all.
Go ahead.
Yeah, my countenance speaks it all. Right there in my face, you could see that I'm not a happy bunny this evening. The fact that this poor gentleman was a victim of this stupid activities of this evil set of people, all in the name of making a mark and making the money and all that stuff, and also all these activities. Now, if you look at all this is a man that is just trying to educate young children, also try to make a living for himself, or just wasted just like that. Now, the key thing here is, like I kept saying it all the time, security is local. I had there was something that was posted on one of the platforms today. There was the arrest of some Fulani bandits, kidnappers in somewhere in Iromi in Delta State. Those who arrested them were local vigilantes and local security men. There was no police there. There was no soldiers there. That's why I kept saying security is local. The people in that community knows that those people are strangers. They know what they can do within that community. And that is what we need. All this, for example, the one that happened in Oyo State, that community, that if that community had their own, let's that local government has their own security outfit, it made those things happen. Those one will kickstart the activities to rescue those guys, and they need help. While they are still doing that and try to engage those guys, they will ask for backup, and that's how it's done all over the world. And that's why I said keeping singing the same song. And the reason why this is not happening is that the governors don't want to spend the money they are stealing, excuse me, on security votes. Every month, every time that the effect money is released, there's an allocation, constitutional allocation on security. In the moment they start the local policing and local state or local government policing, and that security vote will go to that purpose. And they don't want to do that. That's why they're holding back. So that is where I keep handling it. But see, that's what I'm saying. Look at what happened in the Delta or Edo State. They got them straight away. Because the people that were talking there in that the Delta, you can see they were speaking English. You can see that they're local people. The people in the locality are the one that got them arrested. And because they got them arrested, you could see those people, they were so scared because they know that there was local people that knows them, that know what they do. Was there. If the police were there, they said, before you know it, somebody will ring from somewhere, and before you know it, they get released.
Yeah. All right, let's come to George. George, I'm hearing you say you're not seeing us. Can you see us now? Can you hear? Can you hear what we're saying?
George.
George?
I think it's internet.
Yes, I think
I don't know. He's
back.
Do you want to go out and come in, George? Maybe you go out. Yes, go out and come in, George. All right.
So this is recurring. This is recurring.
Yes, there's something you also used to say, that the strikes in the north of Nigeria, those bandits attack. You used to say because they are used to the terrain.
Yeah.
Now these have come to the west. Are you telling me they are used to our southwest terrain too? Because because
Mark, those guys that
George, can you hear us now? Let's get George.
I can hear
George,
you very
are you there?
clearly. You see, let me tell you something.
Okay.
If let's just say hypothetically that the president of Nigeria is let's just say Peter Obi, I don't think that the attitude that our brother is taking here will be the same attitude. He keep
Oh
on
God.
regurgitating. No, hold on a second. Hold on. Let me finish. You know, you keep regurgitating the same exact thing. Oh, security is local. Security. Yes, we know that that's one of the factors. But the other factor that you need to come up with is the fact that uneasy is the, you know, the head that wears the crown. Whether we like it or not, whether it's local or not, America is not blaming anybody but Asiwaju today and the government of Asiwaju. So let's get that clear, because one of the major issues is, you know, we keep on, you know, saying the same thing. Oh, you know, security is local. Yeah, security is local. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear
Very
you.
well. Loud and clear.
Okay.
Loud and
So
clear, even though
security
you're
is local,
frozen.
security is local. Now, one of the major problems we've had in our country is the complicity of the government in getting these people paid and denying that they don't pay them, and making this particular atrocity a profitable venture for these people to go. When these young men are in the streets and they're not doing anything, they don't have any jobs, they have nothing to do, you know, it's more profitable for them to go into the streets, you know, into the bushes with these guys. So, you know, I mean, we keep on saying, you know, it's local, this local. Yeah, or is it local that you're going to go after people with sophisticated weapons to go and capture them when you don't have any guns? But even the military that have guns are afraid of these people. So I don't understand, you know, where all these things are coming from. We turn around one way, we say, oh, you know, security is local. Yes, it is local, but we have a military. We have a military in our country. We have the police force in our country. We have DSS in our country. Look at what they are doing around in Nigeria. We need to put them out there in the front and let them go deal with this insurgency and stop it once and for all. Look at what just happened there, and we're going to talk about it in a few minutes. If America is not involved, we're not doing anything. That's so despicable and deplorable. Let's stop giving all these excuses and get down to business and deal with these people once and for all decisively. Now just stop playing all these games.
All right, George. George, thank you. Even though your frame is frozen, but we hear you loud and clear.
Can I make a response there? Sir George,
yes,
I kept on saying, I kept on saying all the time. Viewers. Sir George has not made, he's just showing his anger, disgust about what happening. He has not given us a solution. Solution
is the military. We need to go over there and deal with these people decisively.
Oh, goodness me.
They are military. Why is it that even, you know, locally, look, listen to this, even locally, when intelligence comes, it's compromised. When America that we are depending on intelligence, when it comes, it's compromised. Therefore, doesn't that tell you that the military, the government has failed over this situation, and we need to come up with another idea to deal with these people? Why are we waiting for North America to come into our own country to give us what we need in order to fight the situation? And everybody fight.
Why I align with George, Dr. Femi, is on one. Is this word we use most times here, sovereignty of a nation? Nigeria is a sovereign country, but it's funny that the leadership cannot handle what is in their sovereignty. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? I mean, how do the leadership tell you, we're waiting for the Senate, and the House of Rep is not, the legislative arm is not even forthcoming with the bills to make the security local. I mean, they've been saying that for almost 3 years now, and they're not signing any bill. They're not coming up with anything, and they are taking our people, our troops, our guys. So
guys,
why not the federal government justice head on instead of
guys, please, let us talk like intelligent people that we are. Don't let us do politics here. This is security. Hold on. You mentioned something, and I'm going to address that now.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to ask you and George, have you read the Constitution of Nigeria? The area of security you are talking about, you expect the army to go to a village to go and be looking for information in villages in Oyo State.
What are we talking about?
Listen,
there are jobs.
all
Hold
these
on,
are
hold on, hold on,
excuses.
hold on, hold on.
No,
There are
no,
jobs for the
let me-
police. There are jobs for the police, and there are jobs for local governments. There are jobs within the state. There are areas where that's why this governor is saying chief security officer of the state. That is why.
Okay, why can't some of the state that has been inflicted with these attacks be declared state of emergency? Then the federal can come in.
State of emergency is not. State of emergency is. You are just called. State of emergency does not make anything. It's just on paper. What does state of emergency have to do with anything?
No, when a state of emergency is declared, federal government troops move in. Now, when federal government troops move in, all these states.
Let me tell you. Let me give you a picture of what is happening in area of security. Let me give you a picture. Look at now. Now there was a bomb. There was a bomb attack there was a bombing of a gathering in somewhere in Sokoto or Yobe State by the American, Nigerian, African. What's happening? That the moment they are attacked from that end, they begin to come down southwest. They're coming this way, and when they are coming this way, if there is no force to hold them back they just melt into the community, commit atrocity, and disappear into the community again. That is what we are talking about. If there's local intelligence, look at what happened in Edo State. The moment they got into the community, they knew it because they were. And we're talking about they don't have weapons.
No,
that is
where you're missing the point. We're not
point.
saying the local plan, the local community plan we're not saying it's wrong. We want it, but I'm also saying they've been talking about this for 2 years now. Meanwhile, local police, the senators are not even bothered. They're not even doing anything about it. All they come to talk every day is election, how to win the 2027. Now we're saying, why can't government declare state of emergency in this state, some of these states?
How many states? How many state of emergency? How many states want to declare state of emergency? How many states?
I mean, Borno has been the epic center of most of this. Sokoto also, and now it is coming down to the south. It's coming down to the west.
Borno had
and stop all this.
But Borno had what used to be. Borno used to be the epic center of all this. Borno used to be the epic center of this. But gradually, because there was hold on. Because it was a bedrock of Boko Haram. Borno State was a bedrock of Boko Haram. There was a time that 14 local government of Borno State was under that. So when the military concentrated effort in there, they spread to other parts of it. That's what insurgency does. They don't stay in one place. They spread to other parts of other parts. Essentially, they look for source spot. In your state
George,
now,
go ahead. Believe me.
Okay, let me tell you something. Like I said before, I call a spade a spade. It doesn't matter. Okay? I stand for justice, whether it's for me or against me. The point about it is this situation that is happening over there is very tragic. And it's quite clear, whether we like it or not, the government is failing. They have failed woefully. Okay? They have failed woefully. Let's call a spade a spade. You telling me, they're doing this? Are you telling me all the strategy? You last week were the one who said that this is an international situation. So the military ought to be involved. That's what you were saying. Well, why would the military come inside and start dealing with village situation? You turn around from the other side of your mouth and you say, this is an international situation.
You are mixing insurgency.
Let me finish.
God.
Let me finish. Whether you call it insurgency, Islamic terrorists, or whatever, the whole entire nation is on siege. We are on a siege from our local mess. And part of the problem we are having is the government lies a lot. The government lies a lot. They pay these people thousands upon millions of naira and dollars and tell us that, we don't negotiate, we don't do this. And it's making it so profitable that the whole ISIS are moving towards us right now, centering in our place, because that's the most profitable place to profit with their ventures. So what are you talking? Call a spade a spade and tell the truth.
Okay, let's help our viewers. Gentlemen, let's help our viewers. Viewers, what we're talking about is because we are very passionate about the issue. See our people being killed like chicken. It's the situation that happened in Oyo State in the weekend. And as at this morning, the head of one of the schools, the head teacher, the mathematics teacher, they cut his head off. Can you imagine? People just did this. This is so annoying. Now, 46 people, 46 little children and their teachers are still being held. The principal came out to speak. We have the video. We have all of the video. Yes. Can you imagine? Yeah, they killed the vice principal and the bike man. A bike man also was killed. The bike man they had to use his bike to run, and he did some resistance and they killed him. So this is sad. This is really sad. Now that's a picture of Michael Oyedokun. That's the teacher there. You know, this is a man that probably loves his job, wakes up in the morning, go teach the little children in the village, and comes home, you know. And take that, Dr. Olufemi, these teachers are not even well paid. The government is not taking care of them. On top of this now, they are kidnapping and killing them. I mean, what else can we say? What excuse can we give? Huh?
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you the tragedy of your state once again exposes the painful inability of Nigerian security forces to do what they're supposed to do. You see, why is it that foreign people, America, for instance, that happen to have a little glimpse of what is happening in Nigeria, it is more painful for them to stop this? All we're doing locally is giving excuses. Come on, man. How long? Look at what Gumi was saying.
How long?
Look at what Gumi was saying. Did you hear what Gumi was recently saying? That there is
yes.
Can you imagine the impotence?
That's the height of impunity. That's the height.
Can you imagine that?
Where that video from Gumi, that video by Gumi, when was that?
It doesn't matter.
Where the time? It's an old video. We know it last year.
It's an old video. Can we stop this? Can we stop framing insecurity? Can we stop finding insecurity? When we make comments like this, you just say recent video. It's not a recent video. That video is not less than 4 years old.
It shows
that video is about 4 years old. It was during Buhari regime. It was under Buhari. I said that. It was under Buhari. It was under Buhari. He said that.
No, but it doesn't matter the time, Dr. Femi. It leaves that time. Look at what the man is saying. The man is supporting evil.
Massive mark. Let me ask you a question.
What is
when it was 5 years ago, 4 years ago, 3 years ago? Are you not ashamed that the federal government, that man is still walking the streets? Are you not ashamed of your country? Are you not ashamed that somebody will come out and talk about the government, supposed to bring out some money towards these people, to give them money, sympathizing with? Are you not ashamed? Even foreigners are more hot. They are more the pain for them is more than what you're here giving excuses. You need to stop this. I'm so sorry,
Sir George. I have not listen. I beg to disagree with you with your choice of word. You said I'm making excuses. I have not made. Hold on. There's the difference between excuse and solution. I am giving solution. All you are doing is you are aggressively showing the fact that you, as a nationalist, you are hurt by the fact that Nigerians are killed. I agree with you on that, and I support your aggression towards the fact that, as a Nigerian, a fellow Nigerians are killed. I am as well, but I am not the kind of person that will be looking for this government solution. Even in Western world, they make security a local business to the extent that when crises happen, people in that locality will deal with that before they get in there. Nigerian army today is not up to 1 million. It's not up to 10 million. Nigerian soldiers not to 10 million. We are 250 million. Look at our span of land. You want the Nigerian boot to be on every soil? It is impossible. So the only thing is that you break it down. That's why we don't have one government in Nigeria. We have states, we have local government, and we have traditional rulers. That is why it is broken down to levels. That was why we have federal government. So what I'm talking about is this. And we still need to look about until we get to this level. And that is how to move Nigeria forward. That is restructuring. Restructuring.
Our voice should go now to the National Assembly. They've been delaying on this local policing for 3 years now, but they've been saying it.
It is not National Assembly. It is not National Assembly. The people behind it are the governors. Let me tell you, there's nobody. 90% of those in National Assembly are there on the sympathy of governors. Most governors determine who goes to the National Assembly. That's why you are seeing two former governors, current governor, past governor, fighting over ticket of the Senate in Ogun State. They are the ones determining what's National Assembly. What is happening is that the states are the one that are. Look at the state of our secondary and primary education. Who is in charge? Go and look at the Constitution of Nigeria. State.
Let's talk about the bill.
So the problem is this.
Now, if the governors are sabotaging to pass the bill, then what are we saying here? That comes back to what George has been saying. That's what I'm saying.
The government is
caught up in this thing.
The government is complicit. They are delaying it and being allowed to delay it. And you taking, okay, Dr. Femi, let me ask you a question. There's something you said. I mean, you making a lot of reasonable points. But the reason why I say that you are centering on one excuse alone without touching the others, okay, is this. We know all these things you are narrating to us as part of the weakness that we have in the federal government not being able to do something. We're calling state, but we have federal police. We have not instituted the state police. So if that is the case, then which means without us having any type of help from the military as it stands right now, and we know that most of these people in the Sahel region, ISIS is international. Okay, so that means we are of all men are most miserable in Nigeria because there is nothing we can do, because there is no state police. Therefore, they will continue with impunity to kidnap and in a broad daylight, in the middle of the day, for goodness sake, and then come and kidnap and slay and maim some of these people. So we are in trouble then, because if the government cannot save us, then what can we do? And then we're talking about state, they went and kidnapped them and all that kind of stuff. These people, they have no guns. They have no guns.
Who have no guns? Who have no guns? Who have no guns?
The local people you are talking about going.
That's exactly what I'm talking. George, you are not listening. If the state government decide to do the right thing, they will harm, they will fortify, and they will provide for. Let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. When this insurgency thing happened some few years ago, God bless the soul of Ogbeni Rotimi Akeredolu. What he did was he took in the front of this one and started the Amotekun, funded it with Ondo state government money because of the our attack. All of a sudden, every one of them disappear from Ondo state, Ondo state. You know what they do? If they catch them in Ondo state, they kill them. They pie them. I don't want to use the word. They pie them in the bushes. They don't deal with police and everything. All of a sudden, they disappeared. What the state? He was using the state fund to do it. God bless his soul wherever he is now. Most of where is the funding for the Amotekun in Southwest today?
Can I tell you?
That's what I was saying.
Hold on. The nuisance governor of Oyo State that he wants to be president of Nigeria, they have kidnapped, they have done this in his state now. He is quiet about it and he wants to be president of Nigeria. Okay. This is the man that has not funded security within the state. He wants to be president of Nigeria. Okay. So there's funding for Amotekun. They are not funding Amotekun anymore.
Okay.
Amotekun supposed to protect the Southwest. Where are they?
Hold on.
The same thing.
I want to say
That's
something.
it.
I want to say something.
Okay, John.
I want to say
Go ahead,
something.
John.
A few years ago, when Jonathan was in power, the same thing we are talking about now was actually spoken of by Asiwaju. That Jonathan ought to resign because of his incapability of dealing with the terrorists.
I disagree with you.
No, he said so. You know, I can find the video and send it to you. Number two.
No, he said so. That is not.
I disagree with you. That was not the same circumstance.
Hold tight. Now, all of a sudden, he becomes the president. Okay? And the incapable of dealing with incapable of dealing with this situation. Hold tight. And then you are condemning another governor who wants to be wants to be vie for the presidency of Nigeria because he was unable to deal with this insurgency in his state. So that means what you're saying is Asiwaju is illegal. He needs to step down then.
Asiwaju, listen.
Let me finish. Can I finish?
Yeah. Go on.
Come, let's
go
reason
on.
together. Let us
go
reason
on.
together. So you are condemning this man who is vying for the presidency of Nigeria because he couldn't stop the insurgency in his country, and now Asiwaju is the president and unable to deal with this. Are you telling us
unable? Can you imagine the statement?
Yes, now it's unable, incapable.
Gentlemen, we've used half of the hour we have here to talk about this, but because it's really important.
It's important.
Yes, it's important. It's very so.
Mark, before we go to do something else. Now, Sir George has kept on repeating the same narrative, which is wrong. I need to correct this now. The reason why Asiwaju came out to say was that 14 local governments were under Boko Haram. 14 local governments had the flag of Boko Haram in that. That was why Asiwaju came out there. Today, no local government is under the control of Boko Haram. So you cannot compare orange.
No, you're not following. That's not true. Listen, I'll bring you people. No, Dr. Femi, you're not even following news of
you're not following the news.
Listen, there are local government in the north.
Many of them.
That are paying the dowry. Do you know dowry?
Goodness me, that's a lie. It's a lie from the pit of hell. It's a lie.
Dowry is paid to Boko Haram.
Propaganda from the opposition. Propaganda from the opposition. Propaganda from the opposition. Bring evidence. There were local government in the other Jonathan that has Boko Haram flag flying in front of the local government headquarters. Do you have evidence of that now? Because they pay down. They pay this. That is
dowries are paid.
Dowries are paid.
Tax are paid to Boko Haram. Dowry tax. Even there's now they've extended it to allowances and things.
Oh goodness! That is propaganda. Propaganda. Bring evidence of it. Can we bring evidence of that?
Okay. No problem. We'll get the evidence.
Bring evidence of it.
There are so many states today that are paying taxes to these people.
That is not true. That is not true. Bring evidence of it. Bring evidence.
Okay.
Bring evidence.
We'll bring it to you.
It's all right. All right. You'll get the evidence. All right, gentlemen, let's go to court granting El Rufai $100 million bail in the DSS national security breach case. We were following that. We were talking about that earlier on. $100 million naira. What do you guys say? Is it? I mean, that was some real breach of security. What he came out to say, but now he's been granted bail. Obviously, he will pay this bill and come out.
No, he got money to pay the bill. The point about it is this: you see, there are certain situations that the impunity that most of us have, to come and say whatever we want because we feel like the law cannot touch us. That is the reason why, he is at this particular point now where he is. Now he will pay his bail, and hopefully he will be held accountable to come out openly and say, oh, we are listening to the private conversations of individuals and even the government. You don't do that. You don't say that. It is illegal. You cannot blatantly come and say that and think you're going to get away with it. So I applaud the government for doing what they are supposed to do in this situation. Because I mean, even if you are illegally monitoring somebody, for you to come out open and say, oh, for instance, there was a bank robbery, and then everybody was masked up, and then you guys escaped and nobody caught you, and then you come out and say, well, I was one of those in the bank. That's exactly what he's saying. Just because you succeeded doesn't mean that you come out and say, I was one of those, though I had a mask on, but this is what happened. So I mean, that's exactly akin to that. But we have to be careful, because one of the major issues that we're having, the question I need to ask is this: if El-Rufai did not basically or systematically or directly or indirectly jump ship, and he was still APC supporting Asiwaju, and he came out and said something like this, will still be the same case? Will it still be the same case?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. If you say so.
Yes. That is serious security breach. Now, can I just correct something now?
Yes.
There's a difference between security breach and politics. That is a serious security breach. So it does not matter whether it's in or out. Do you know that some of the things that are happening in Nigeria at the moment, especially in APC you're talking about, do you know today Yaya Bello was disqualified from contesting election?
Oh, he was
disqualified.
Yeah.
Yes.
He was disqualified. Yes.
But
sorry? But what?
But what? Originally, that was not the case. It was out there because of the outcry that brought about. No.
What do you mean by outcry?
It was an outcry that brought about.
Whatever it is, outcry or not, he was disqualified. Simple. Don't go and look at for excuse for what he is. The reason.
Not an excuse. There are people that are following this story from beginning to the end. Do you understand? Locally, there, they disqualified him, but originally he was not disqualified.
Who said originally was not disqualified? He went through the screening. There was no disqualification until screening. It was during screening that you can disqualify someone. So there was no originally. Anybody can contest election, so nobody was disqualified from onset. There's no originally or no originally. He went through screening. It was a screening that was disqualified. So there was no originally. Nobody would disqualify anybody because he has a right to contest election. But a screening of APC, they disqualified him. Simple. So what is the original?
Yes, APC came out to reboot the talk of him qualifying. That yesterday they said no, he didn't qualify. So I don't know if there's any original or anything. But there
were 7 of them. There were 7 people that were disqualified from contesting territorial seats. Yeah. There were 7, and Yaya was one of them. Anybody that has any EFCC case, amongst contestants, if you have an EFCC case, you are not getting the ticket of APC. That was one of the conditions. You have EFCC case, you are not contesting.
Dr. Femi.
Yes.
I just want to ask this question. Okay. Now, for him to even come out with all the allegations and with everything that
impunity,
doesn't that make your skin crawl living in the UK? Okay. No, seriously though. No, think about it for a moment. Because there is something that is happening in our country that is really, really, we, the diasporans, ought to be crying that this man will have the impetus to even fight to come and run for a senatorial seat. Oh my goodness. No, think about it for a moment.
Listen. We are in Nigeria. Listen, I am happy you mentioned this. Nigeria politics is going through a revolution. It does not come overnight. In the past, nobody dare disqualify a past governor. Nobody dare does that. But now we are not where we used to be. Although we are not where we want to be, but we are not where we used to be. In the past, there was no screening, there was nothing. They would just impose themselves. So we are gradually getting there. We are just 26 years old, 27 years old in this democracy. So, yeah, we're still young. Yeah, we're still young. So we don't expect us to be. Listen, last 2 weeks, there was an election in this country. Reform Party, the Trump side of won almost all the seats in UK to punish the government, because over the years they have a tradition. Over the years they can punish government at election. We are going to get there when we get there. In the past, this country was not just like this. Was not like this. They got here over time because they were practicing some things and it worked. So we are beginning to practice some things and it's going to work. So when we get to a particular point, we will begin to cut these people off, and then we get the right people up there. For we also want to wake up one day and start running, we will fall. So this is a process of cleansing our system. We begin to get rid of these people in the past. In the past, do you know that in 1999, about 45% of people that contested the election in 1999 were ex-military men. They are ex-soldiers, ex-army, because the money they stole from government, they are using to come back to become politicians. But gradually, we are beginning to get rid of them. Then the bandits amongst us who are civilians came up, so we need to get rid of them. Gradually, we will clear the likes of David Mark and co. We clear them of the likes of Jank. We will clear them off. The likes of what's his name? The one in Adamawa State before. The ex naval chief of naval staff. We get rid of them gradually. They were the one that stole our money, use the money to clean it, and then go to civilian government. We will clean the system, but it will not be there overnight. It will take time.
It will not be there overnight. It will take time. Strong words.
Have you guys spoken about the ISIS making the?
Yes, that's where we want to come to. We've talked so much on these other ones. Let's talk about that, George. First of all, we saw what they did during the weekend. Impressive share. They took out the ISIS shadow commander for West Africa. Can you imagine? Abu Bilal al-Munik. And also today, I don't know if you guys know, there's been a strike today again, taking out 20 ISIS people. So let's talk about this. The story also is that the CNN is reporting, BBC, Dutch Weiler, they're all reporting the same thing. They say Africa has become the epic center of this, and Nigeria is also like a second of the headquarters. This is the reality.
It's reality. It's very, one of the most uncomfortable truths behind the rapid expansion of this ISIS and jihadist group across West Africa is that terrorism has gradually becoming very profitable. Because, when these terrorists or one of these insurgents, when they are talking about the kind of money that they're receiving, from the government, which the government denies, they don't pay them. But it begs, the question is it really what is attracting them, bringing them closer and closer to us? Because when you think about it, it's almost like a catch-22 type of situation. They kidnap some people, okay? If you don't pay them, these people have no soul. They will kill these people. So now, if you pay them, you are empowering them. If you pay them, you're empowering them. Now, and then when you empower them, they become bigger, they become larger, they become, so what do you do? Because
George, can I ask a question? God forbid, I say it 3 times. If your junior brother is kidnapped and you have the money to pay and you refuse to pay, what do you think your family members will say?
Can I say something to you?
No, I don't say anything. Answer the question. Answer the question.
You're talking about
it's a terrible culture that we have developed amongst ourselves. The reason why I'm saying it's a terrible culture we develop amongst ourselves. That money is because we are beginning to put money beyond human souls. And all of a sudden, we are beginning to blame this and that. If you pay, you blame. If you don't pay, they blame. Look at this man that just been killed today. This teacher that just been killed. Maybe they asked for ransom, they didn't pay. If they pay, they release the man. The family will jubilate. But now because he's killed, some people just talk about it as news. This is a terrible situation. This insurgency and kidnapping and money thing is in the Sahel. But because Nigeria is a very rich nation, the money is getting from there. But the key thing is this: the Western world is complicit in this. The ammunition, the level of ammunition they have, and they are buying, some people in the West is funding and supporting this because there is money in it. There is money in it.
Okay, let me finish what I was saying. Now, we can blame it all we want to, but what we know is that weak governance, porous borders, because we don't have any good borders around us. We saw it during Buhari's time when he told the Niger people, Chad, come, if you know, blood of baboon will flow. You know, okay, arms trafficking, like what you just mentioned, is one of them. And in some cases, quiet payment of ransom money to secure abductees have created dangerous financial ecosystem. Whether we like it or not, it helps them. When they get these billions, they use it. So the question is, what do we do? Because I'm quite sure that the government can come up with a strategy. Let me tell you something. You might not like this, but in Anambra State, there was a time when you cannot even pass. You cannot hold your phone on your hand while you're working. That's how dangerous it was. You could not. People, 6 o'clock, everybody, businesses will close down. It was that bad. P2B came. He came. Go and read it. You see?
Why are you laughing?
No. Go and read it. He came quietly.
Read.
I am telling you, get rid of these people. I came to Nigeria. Watch this. I came to Nigeria. My flight arrived. And then I flew to Enugu. So I was trying to make arrangements for my brothers to come and pick me up. My brother told me, no, don't worry about it. You know, you can actually hire a regular taxi and they'll bring you back. We don't need to do that. The whole entire place is clean. There is no more trouble. I am telling you, I got a car hire that brought me back to Onitsha, and I saw with my own eyes. It was
nice.
One of the things that he did in that state, that up until tomorrow.
Listen. What you are talking about is when it's just armed robbers, armed robbery. Armed robbery. That was armed robbery. Years of armed robbery.
Can I finish?
Go on.
Okay. When he stopped that, every single one of them left the state. Many of the people that used to move to Asaba came back to Onitsha. So that's what I'm talking about.
That was armed robbery. Every state had armed robbery case. Every case. Lagos State had its own.
What is the difference between armed robbery, killing people? You know,
armed robbery is different. Armed robbery is different from this what we are having now. These are insurgents. Armed robbery is different from armed robbery. Lagos State had its own. Anini and others were terrorizing Lagos. The current minister for the Inspector General of Police was the one in charge of Rapid Response Squad, and they dealt with it in Lagos. Lagos was clean. That is not a guarantee that this man will perform. We are talking about dealing with armed robbery and pickpockets, status food. We are using that as a yardstick for terrorism. Please stop insulting Nigeria. Stop insulting Nigeria. No, that's an insult to Nigeria because somebody was dealing with armed robbery.
Listen to me. That
was robbery.
He was very successful in
anyway.
Robbery. Successful in every area of governance. He was efficient.
Efficient in what? In what?
The reality.
Road infrastructural development.
Road infrastructure where? Which is that is not true. That is not true.
I'm from there. You have not been.
That is not true. Obiano said it. That was not true.
How can you argue without knowledge?
Obiano, you are not the governor of. You are not the immediate past governor. Obiano said he did those things.
This is where I grew up. You're telling me what happened in my own state. You're telling me what happened in my own state simply because it's an
okay.
All right.
But what about 13 months of doctor strike? 13 months of doctor strike. 13 months of doctor strike.
Hold on. Is it because salvation is of the Igbos?
13 months of doctor strike. 13 months of doctor strike.
All right.
Hello,
gentlemen. Let's crop it
The
up.
man had not built one school, one single school. He did not build one school for 8 years. He don't conduct election in 8 years. Local government election, he don't conduct.
look, go to that state and find out.
I don't go. I won't go to a state where there is.
There is no other place that can actually. You see, There's what?
There's not what?
The people of Anambra love this man so much that it is
to penetrate and vote for that was why he had a candidate and the candidate lost. Yeah, he put out a candidate, the candidate lost. That's why when he want to register in NDC, he had to register in Ebonyi State. He couldn't register in Anambra State. Please stop selling fake candidate here. Stop selling fake candidate here.
Okay. I see what you.
It's okay. Let's
only thorn in Asiwaju's flesh is Peter Obi, and he knows it.
He will what horn? Because he's a liar. Because he lies.
Who
Whenever we debunk whatever he says, you say, oh, it's thorn in the flesh. Because he says this. Right. He said with his own mouth, I will never leave Abga. He's left Abga, he's left LP, he's left PDP, he's left this, he's left that. He went to go and disorganize NDC. He went to go the ADC. He went to go and disorganize them. Is that the kind of man who want to leave Nigeria to? The man that whether there's a crisis, he runs away. The man that runs away.
The only solution to Nigerian problem today is Peter Obi.
He's not a solution. He's not a solution. He's a problem. He's a problem. It's a problem to Nigeria. The man that cannot solve the problem of Labour Party, the man that is running away from election in ADC, he cannot even contest against Atiku. He cannot stand to contest against other people. He's looking for some spot. This is a man. This is the man that was the people that was standing by him. That was standing by him are now against him. Okonkwo is openly condemning him because he knows that the man is a failure.
He's a political prostitute.
Who's more prostitute? Who's the more prostitute than Obi? Obi that has changed party 5 times.
Chasing after him.
Chasing after who? Stop deceiving yourself in that one. That's a deception. That is a deception. That's the lies you guys are telling yourself. That's where you are deceiving yourself. No, you are deceiving yourself. You are deceiving yourself. Now he has gone to share to speak the vote. My brother.
We've actually spent all of today's broadcast on Yatuaju and Peter campaign. I mean, you guys should be spokesperson for these two people. So, but let's wrap it up with this gist. WHO declares Ebola declares emergency on Ebola in Nigeria and Congo. Nigeria and Congo. We now have those two situations. We know how deadly this virus is. The Center for Disease Control in Nigeria said that although currently Nigeria doesn't have a confirmed case, but nevertheless, there are some traces of the thing, and so far it has killed 88 people in the Congos. So let's make that warning clear to our people to be careful, because the Ebola disease ravages more than, COVID was the little child to Ebola. Is that so? Tell us that.
I think Ebola is more deadlier than COVID. One. Secondly, Congo is one of the most the poorest country in the world as of today, because of the civil war and because of the internal crisis in in that country. So sanitation is almost nothing. Life expectancy is very low. Government presence is very, very thin, and therefore it is easy for the virus to spread amongst the people. So therefore, it is not just something new; it is something very deadly. in that part of the world. So where healthcare is very, very thin, very thin.
But also Nigeria is being checked on. It could they are doing some tight surveillance in Nigeria.
A lot, because we are sorry before you go on, because we are a very traveled people. We travel a lot, so a lot of Nigerians have been to that country and all this stuff. So also the Center for Infectious Disease
Control,
had kicked into this, and I hope the monitor and man from the airport. I am hoping that they do that and man from the airport. Anybody that is traveling needs to be checked. In the past, they used to check for there's some screening they do and they see those things. I hope that so that we will not have an epidemic like that, because it's very easy to spread amongst the people because it's very, very deadly. It's an airborne thing, and all people need to just breathe in there. The person that's in just to be into the airplane with people, and everybody can be infected.
Thank you very much. So let's go further to some other news. Did you guys hear what happened when the United States were leaving China? Let's just wrap it up with that. They had to, all of them at the airport had to drop all the things they had, the badges they were put on. You know, you put badge when you come into some, all the badge, everything that they had that was Chinese was dropped, was taken off, because they were afraid of the Chinese people probably putting some spy espionage things into those any of those their things, you know. So it's a funny story there. Initially, some people thought it was a fake news, but it wasn't fake news. It's true. So the picture you see, if you see that picture there. So what was happening is, what happened was, before departing Beijing, United officials and journalists discarded all their Chinese provided items, from credentials to phones. They gave them phones too. You know, while they came in, they had to use the Chinese phone. So this also tends to make us believe that the world, there's hypocrisy in international diplomacy. George, is that not so? Everybody, so you're friends, but everybody's still looking at themselves and looking at what this one could do.
Yeah, because when you think about it, okay, listen to this. Listen to this. I was at home, and then I was discussing about a particular product that I wanted to buy. You know, I was just discussing at home. The next thing I saw on my television, the commercial for that product started appearing on my phone, on my TV. And I'm like, how is this? How is it that I'm just here discussing a particular product that I want to buy? All of a sudden, the commercials, the ad for those started appearing and flooded my phone, flooded my Instagram and my Facebook. So, you know, when you think about where we are today, we got to be very careful. There is no privacy anymore. No more privacy. So, because we got to be very, very careful. And
yes, interestingly, yeah. Interestingly, they had to drop everything. Everything they gave them, every gift, everything was thrown into the bin. You know, because they say, who knows what Chinese has put a chip to be watching them and all of that. It was crazy. When I saw the video, I was.
That is the reason why most countries are not allowing Chinese people to bring cars into their country. Honestly, that's part of the reason. Because it's been complained that even the telephones that are manufactured in China, you remember when they were talking about Huawei.
Yeah.
That was
part of the
problem. Yeah. So when you think about that, you know, these people, they are on the ground. They understand these things that we, the general public, do not understand. So that's the reason why.
And you know, that's the same story why they wanted to take TikTok off. The TikTok story is that when you get into TikTok, China is having background check on you. They are taking all the data you're going through. So they can use that also to put surveillance in different countries.
Do you know that if you do any form of shopping online, this is for all Nigerians, we like buying cheap things. Or this Timu website. When you put in there, they will start giving you. All they do is put your data, all the things in there. I'll tell you something about that. About 2 years ago, my car was stolen. My Range Rover was stolen in a supermarket. So by the time I came, I went to buy something. By the time I came out, my Range Rover was gone. And I on the thing, I started doing research on finding stolen vehicle. Like I want to just corroborate what I just said. Do you know that every 30 minutes, Range Rover adverts started appearing on my TV? So it was just initially it was just like, why are they putting the back in my face like that? Yeah. So I just to corroborate it, I thought about it before. Yeah. So just to corroborate what I just said was that. And before afterwards, I also noticed that neighborhood watch, neighborhood website and all the stuff start appearing on every of my gadgets. So what they do is that they look at your footprint and your timeline.
Yes,
what are the things of your choice? And they start before you know it. In the past, they used to do cold call. Remember, they used to do cold call. Someone will call you because they send your data. They'll call because they know that people don't pick the calls anymore. So what they do is that they go to your internet footprint and start posting those things to you until you click on one, and so they get more and more, and that's why they make their money from.
That's it. Anyway, so we should be careful too, and know where we're going, because cookies, when you walk around, you drop cookies. You know, when you go on the internet, those things can be used and can be used also against you. So anyway, the American delegate and United States president played a smart one, even though it looked so crazy, but they had to just drop everything that was Chinese in their body.
Can I have the Donald Trump phone? Second phone.
I wouldn't mind though.
You dropped everything. All right, then, guys, let's go. Thank you very much. The issue of the kidnapped children, we'll follow up with that. It's a sad thing, really. We saw protests also. Teachers were protesting in Oyo State because of that, and because now what they are trying to do is also stop people from going to school, because fear will encompass many of these children and teachers too. Mostly when they hear that their colleague, the teacher was cast, it will really go. The experience will not be nice. So Nigerians, we are praying. Let's all keep on prayers, but more importantly, let's ask our government to do something about this. This can't be. There are no excuses to allow somebody into your house and take over your house. No excuse whatsoever. No matter how nice the excuse may sound, we don't need to give excuses. Gentlemen, let's go. George, what do you have to say?
Well, listen, I'm still praying for the Federal Republic of Nigeria, for our president and his wife, our beautiful first lady, and the family, and all the governors in the states, and all the local government chairmen, every single leader. I pray for them that God will continue to grant them, I'm talking about wisdom to lead this nation to where we're supposed to be, and to open up corruption. Every place there is corruption, Lord, expose it, make it light, that we will all look in the same direction together rather than looking at each other. And at the end of the day, that good people will govern our states and bring prosperity to the people, so that the regular people will breathe. And I pray for that in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Wow. Beautiful. Dr.
Amen. Thank you very much. That was very powerful. Yeah. I just want to say amen to that. Amen. God bless you, my brother, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Yes, that's my country. I love it.
So see you guys hopefully Wednesday by God's grace.
I need to talk to you for a minute.
Okay. All right, sir. All right. Thank you. God bless you all.
God bless you.
Yeah.